Welcome to Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Abby.
Hey, I am so excited today because, well, I'm not excited because we had a recording for this week. And unfortunately, we had a problem with the recording. And Jill had lots of things to do. So I called my daughter, Abby. And so she has joined us for a quick podcast. And so she's been dying to be on this podcast, right?
It's true. It's true.
Now, as my other daughter, Maddie, hates being on the podcast. This girl's a girl after my own heart. She loves to be on the podcast. So we're going to talk this week about what it's like to be a teacher's child and what makes a great teacher. So we'll start with our highs and lows in the morning. Introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm Abby. I'm Robin's oldest daughter. I am 19. I'm a sophomore in college that I'm going for ag business. I'm a pharmacy tech at Lawrence Drug, and I enjoy shopping and hanging out with my friends and family.
And spending her parents' money. That's what she likes
Very
to do.
good at that.
All right. So we're going to start with the highs and lows. Okay. So I'll let you go first.
My high this week was I had a good friend that lives a little bit away come down for the weekend, and we got to hang out and carve pumpkins last night. It was just kind of a fun little thing we got to do. And then my low is I got my new job, which is a high actually. But my feet are killing me because I'm standing the whole time, and I'm just getting used to that. It's not too much of a low, but it's hurting.
She's realizing what it's like to work hard. She has had to work hard a lot in her life. I'm going to start with my low and end with the high. My low is, a couple weeks ago, Jill was talking about carrying the burdens of other people. And this week I have two good friends that have things going on with somebody in their family, some medical problems, and it has just been really heavy on them, and it's heavy on my heart too. And it's hard as a teacher. I don't think people will realize that as a teacher, we give so much to our job and to our kids that when there's something going on outside our life, it's so hard to balance. We don't have a job that you can just leave for an hour and take an appointment, or to be on the phone to try to hear things from the doctor and stuff. And it's just really hard. And so my heart just breaks for my friends this week. It's just been a rough week. So, and then my high is this week was my husband's birthday, and of course, Ab's daddy and Maddie's dad. And we got to celebrate him on Wednesday, and we had our family all out, and we just had a great day, and he is such a great dad and great husband, and it was just nice celebrating him and being with the family. So that was fun.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have a good time?
It was a great time.
All right. So we're going to talk about how it's like being a teacher child. Okay.
Like highs and lows.
Highs and lows. Yeah. Highs and lows of being a teacher child. Okay. Do you want to start with the lows or highs?
I'll start with the lows.
Okay. Low. What makes it hard to be a teacher's child?
Everything gets reported back to you.
Yes.
Every little thing.
Yes. I love that. And I don't.
We're not even bad kids, but everything still gets reported back to you. Like, oh, Abby was late this morning, which is okay for some kids. Like, it's nothing bad once in a while. Like, it's okay. And an hour later, I'll get a text from my mom. So you were late this morning? Just things like that. But also, it kind of goes with being what's nice about being a teacher's kid is someone is always watching out for you. Like, all through elementary and junior and high school, someone knew you.
Yeah. And
someone watched out for me. And if I did have a problem during the day, it would get reported, and I would be getting help. So kind of keeping my reputation is kind of part of being a teacher's kid, but also is nice too because it makes us better and keeps us accountable.
Yeah, because I do feel like there's a higher expectations for a teacher's child because you expect them to stay to a little bit higher standard on things.
Even with like grades and stuff too. Like I suck at math. Majorly.
Stink, but yes.
Sorry, guys. Forgot this was a teacher podcast. I stink at math. But being a teacher's kid, like, even though I stink at math.
Stop.
Even though I stink at math, I still felt like I had to get an A or do better. And, like, it really, like, it upset me a lot because I'm not good at it, and I thought it'd be okay to me, but since my mom knew everyone, she was trying to push us to do better and better, but we really are struggling.
But let's clarify. I always have said, as long as you turn everything in and you study, I don't care what your grades are.
Like, it's not even for you, but it's embarrassing for us.
Yeah.
Like,
because other teachers have expectations that they think that you'll be
like,
everything will be easy for you.
Sorry, my mom was an all A+ student in high school.
Man, maybe you need to go see a counselor.
Maybe I do. No, but I don't know. I just feel like sometimes the grades and the reputation, it can get hard and a lot of pressure on us, even when we already have a lot of pressure, especially in high school. We have so much pressure on us on top of everything, like from teachers and my mom. It gets overwhelming sometimes.
I can see that. And I think
glad it's over.
This is why we didn't bring Maddie in, because we don't want to keep stressing her out that she still has 3 years to have to do this. And I think also, like, and I think we talked about this before, is that when you're a teacher's kid, like, whatever happens to you reflects on me automatically. Exactly. So, like, if you did something dumb,
dumb, D-U-M-B,
dumb. Sorry.
Well, you just like done. That Wesley,
you know what?
Every time.
This is why she is not my podcast host all the time. Jill is the one that, Jill doesn't make fun of me like this.
Jill just edits that out so you don't look stupid.
It's true. Thank goodness for Jill. Now I'm editing, I'll have to leave that in. So, but if you do something dumb right away, they think, oh, that's Robin's. And then I hear about it, I'm like.
And then my mom chews us out because, oh my gosh, do you see how you made us look as a family? But really, it's our fault, not my mom's, but she doesn't realize that. She honestly doesn't
Because listen to me, children, okay? All children out there, what you do reflects on your parents. We are a core family, all of it. What I do reflects on you. What you do reflects on me. Just make the right choices. Listen to your mom. Right, honey?
I listen to you quite often.
I know you do. You're a good girl.
Yeah, most of the time. Some of your advice I'm like, is whack.
No, all my advice is
a little too out there.
No, don't listen to her. I actually give amazing advice. All right, what else? Is there anything else? What? Sorry, not advice.
No, honestly, probably reputation and grades is the main one, but also on the bright side, everyone's always looking out for you. I grew up literally never being scared of the first day of school like a lot of kids are, because I always knew I had a teacher that was looking out for me or that I could go to. So that's a high. That was nice.
I think that is nice. And for me as a mom, it is nice that I knew no matter when you went to elementary, middle school, junior high, high school, I knew you had somebody there. If something happened, I knew. And I think part of it's because we live in a smaller community.
Yeah, that's
true. So that's nice too, because we get to know, and we get to know like families. So that's another thing, that there's lots of people. Overall, would you want to be a teacher's child or not? When it comes down.
No.
No? Oh, you're killing me.
Just because, and like me and Maddie were talking about this the other day, like you never let us stay home, even if we have like a cold. Where some parents are like, you know what, today's fine. Mental health days, you don't believe in those.
You know what? I have to say, if you don't have a fever or throwing up, and even if you threw up, I need to see it. But
also on the other side, it is nice being a teacher's kid, because I feel like even if you weren't a teacher, you'd be like that.
I would be that way.
So.
And because of that way, you have a strong work ethic right now, don't you?
You do.
You don't skip school work for no reason. You probably skip college, but you know what? I don't want to hear it. Circle of my control.
We're passing, doesn't matter.
You know what? As Amber Mart would say, circle control. I can't worry about that. So let's not bring that up, okay?
But no, I do. It has actually helped. And like, I had a cold and my allergies were killing me last week, but I was like, no, you can't miss work for that. That's just dumb.
See? Dumb. D-U-M-B.
D-U-M-B. Dumb.
Anyways. Anyway, so I think those are all true. But there is a lot of great things about being a teacher's kid. You probably get to do some things that
we got to go to the book fair early.
Yes.
That was so fun.
And
we got to go to the book room at night.
Yeah. See, now there's all the good things are coming out. She was only thinking of the bad things. And you felt
in elementary school and high school, there was not really any good things to be a teacher's kid.
Well, that's true. And one reason she didn't like me being a teacher's kid is because when she would try to show me her grades, she would show the semester before, and I'm like, listen, I know this semester, the SIS program, I'm looking from 1999's grades from someone else. Pull up this semester. Nice try.
But once.
Now, their dad, they're like, oh, that looks great.
Man, I could show Dad a picture online of someone's grades, and he'd be like, you're so good.
He'd be like, you have a D? Does that mean delightful? Way to go. We're proud of D's.
These get degrees. Like Maddie likes to say, and when in doubt, drop out.
My children do not take any of this wisdom because it is bad advice. Okay, none of those are good. Do not listen. Don't. So you know what? And I want to say, even though we joke about it, my kids did great in school. They really did. They're good kiddos, and they did good things. And the reason I have high expectations on them is not because I'm a teacher's kid. It's because I see the great potential you'll be, and I know that you can be the best you can be. And I love you that much to push you. Correct?
Correct.
You feel that way?
Correct.
I love you.
Love you.
Anyway, okay, so let's talk about fun memories, okay, as a kid. So let's start with an elementary. What is one of your fun stories of elementary life?
Oh, my favorite of all time. Second grade, I had the good old Miss Esh. The legend, actually.
The legend.
And one day, my little second grade self, well, we'll start off. One day in second grade, I also wore my sister's 24-month-old leggings. Which
was very embarrassing when Lisa said...
So second grade was just an all-around good year, honestly.
Miss Ash called me and she said, I think you have a problem with Abby's leggings. And I was like, what? And she's like, they're so tight. And I said, let me check. So I had her come to me and I said, let me look at you. And I pulled it. I looked at it and see the tag. 24 months. This 7-year-old was wearing 24-month-old leggings. It was so embarrassing. She had got her sisters.
7 years was just a great year.
It was embarrassing.
I have to be my own person.
Anyway.
So one day in second grade, I was eating snack and I pulled out a good old greasy chicken leg.
Chicken leg, which I want to clarify was not a snack item. It was for her lunch that I really wouldn't even send usually for lunch, but she loved chicken legs. Yeah. So we put it for her lunch.
And I ate that chicken leg during snack, and Miss Esh got an absolute kick out of it. And she wrote my class a song about chicken legs, which we might be able to share with you guys later.
I think maybe we could record you singing it together.
I feel like we could. I feel like Lisa Esh should be down.
I think she would be down for it.
Yeah. Well, duh. She sang at my graduation party.
She did.
Anyways, and so she wrote a song, and we got to sing it at Grandparents' Day, which was so fun. And then also, the one day we came in from recess, and she got every kid a chicken leg for snack. And I will never forget that. I literally will never forget that. And at my graduation party, we had chicken legs.
Yes, and she sang it then. And the worst part is, Miss Ash said to me, hey, I laughed so hard when Abby pulled that chicken leg out for snack. I said, what? She said, yep, she sit on the desk, and the desk was so greasy. And she was just eating that chicken leg like it was the best snack ever. And I was oh, I'm so embarrassed. But that was a good time.
It was.
All right, what about middle school or junior high or high school? Anything?
Let's just go to high school.
We'll jump straight to high school.
Yeah, so my favorite memory in high school was FFA. I was in FFA my freshman year, and I did not even know what I was getting myself into. I didn't even know what FFA stood for freshone year.
Because let me just clarify.
We are city girls.
We're city girls, okay?
We like shopping. We like eating out. We don't like cooking and being in the dirt.
We don't like cooking.
So
it's true. And even though my husband loves to fish and loves to think that he's from the country, he's actually from Houston, Texas.
He's a preppy little boy.
he's
got to tuck his shirt in just right in the morning.
His khaki and polos are just not.
He's got to be starched and everything.
That's right. He irons every day. But anyway, keep going.
And so I went in there, and I had Mr. Phipps as my Ag 1 teacher, and I just loved it. And it was kind of taught me I made new friends in there. And FFA kind of just became my family. I started judging, which is way out of my comfort zone. I judged livestock and horses, and we had to do public speaking, and I learned a lot of like tips with that. And honestly, FFA kind of became a family for me in high school, where it's honestly probably the main reason I made it through high school, because I could lean on them, and the ag teachers were like amazing and make sure they cared about every single one of our students. And so yeah, it was nice. It was nice to have that group and that connection in high school, and I'm very thankful for all the memories I've made with FFA, including when I broke my leg on National Convention.
And I will tell you, let me tell you right now, when your daughter...
Oh, in Colorado.
Colorado, that's what I was thinking. They went to Colorado for an FFA trip, and she got, we guess it was altitude.
I got really sick with altitude sickness, and my heart was racing, and so at 2 a.m, if you know the ag teachers at all, or we're driving a short bus on the way to the ag, on the way to the Estes Park emergency room because they don't think I can breathe, blah, blah.
And she passed out.
I passed out at the campsite. We're driving. So my parents are asleep. It's like 3 a.m, 2 a.m.
I think like 1 o'clock in the morning was when we first got the call.
Oh, yeah.
But I will tell you, a shout out to Jeremy Sisko.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because when your daughter is all the way in Colorado and you are home and there is no way that you can get there in time or whatever, I'm not kidding. He took care of my kid. Like, he was calm with her. He stayed with her. He was patient. And he will forever hold a special place in this mama and this dad's heart. He was good to you. And honestly, all three, right? Cisco and Phipps, they helped make Abbey who she is. They got her out of her box on things. And that team will forever hold a special place in my heart, for sure. And I encourage, I think so many times in high school, when you're not a sport person and you don't play sports, it's hard to find your place. Because I know you have band, if people are in band, that's the, and then you have sports, choir. Like, but when your child is not any of those things, FFA is really a great thing, and they get to do things. I mean, Abbey went on so many big trips.
Oh yeah,
she did so many exciting things, and so really
judging, like public speaking now in college, like it honestly has helped.
Yeah, and so so you know what? Look into your FFA program in your school and think about it. And even if you're city girls like we are, or city boy, you can be a city boy and do too. Try FFA. Give it a chance. Give it a try. It may not be something you like, but do not just close it out because you think, hey, I'm not
actually can look cute in boots.
If you learn this, that's one good advice that they need.
City girls can look good in boots.
Yes. So that is exciting. Anything else? Any other fun memories or anything?
No.
I think
FFA was honestly the main thing for me.
And, I will say there's nothing better having your kids grow up in the school that you are in, that I teach in. And because, I love going to Friday night football games and basketball games because we were cheering on the
and we would all get ready together and then go.
Yeah, and the dances. And so, that is the nice, because you're all together and you're supporting the same team. And when you work in a school system that you really believe in what you're doing, you want your kids to have that experience. And so I think that's a great thing. The last little thing we're going to talk about is, what do you think makes a great teacher? When you think about those great teachers you've had in your life, what do you think are some of the characteristics that you could say?
Personally, I think a good teacher has got to be positive and see the best in every student. I agree. That is the main thing. If you're a negative teacher and you're like, this kid did this kid did this, why are you doing this wrong? This kid did better than this kid. I think you're going to have a negative classroom, and it's going to be a negative vibe, honestly.
I agree.
Being a positive teacher, and the teachers, especially in high school, actually I didn't even have her as a teacher, but I'd go to tutoring with her, and she would encourage me, and she would take her time, and she was positive about, you can do this, just study, you got this. And she honestly helped me so much. And just teachers that were positive to me. And
do a shout out. Who was it?
Amy Sappington.
Amy Sappington, shout out to you.
Best math tutor in math. Yeah, she's just the best. And she helped me a lot. And just when you have someone telling you, you're doing okay, you got this, but also pushing you.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing too. Positive, but pushing. If you're just oh, it's okay that you stink. And that. Yeah. But no, no, you got this. Keep going.
Yeah. And I think it's just a reminder for us as teachers is that kids need a high expectation, but they do need you to hear those words that you can do it. I believe in you. Sometimes I think sometimes we think, oh, those things aren't important or whatever, but it actually is so important.
You can be a tough teacher. No, you can do better, but still be when you see that they're doing better, compliment them.
Yeah. And recognize it.
Look, you did it. I told you could. You know what I mean?
Very good. All right.
Don't make your students feel stupid for asking questions.
And I do think that's important. And I think sometimes
we all have a lot on our plate in high school other than grades. And I think everyone knows that, obviously.
But I think sometimes we think that our class is the only important class.
True.
And our things are the only thing.
I think just being there for students, hey, this paper is late, you're wrong. You need to do better. But I understand, and I'm hoping that if you need me, come offering help.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I agree. That's actually very wise. Way to go. All right. So I'm going to do our challenge for this week. Dave and I teach a college and career class at our church. And Abby's very lucky that she gets to be there as her parents get to be her teacher. Aren't you so happy?
It's like high school and elementary school. Oh.
It's a dream come true, isn't it? But Dave challenged a couple weeks ago our class that said, each day take 5 minutes to pray for someone that you struggle with or someone you do not get along with. And listen, we're not saying pray for them that they move away or they lose their job or they get fired from the job, so you don't have to see them, but actually pray for protection over them and for wisdom and to work on their heart and those things. And do that for 5 minutes every day for a week and see what happens. And we asked our people, and another guy said, I did this and actually my attitude changed toward them. I had a little bit softer spot for them, and you said that you did it too.
I said I felt more like bad for them than angry than I used to be. Like, I was like, man, like these people are insecure. Like they have issues that they need prayed for. They're not doing it just because it's me. They're doing it because they have problems with themselves.
Yes.
And you just kind of see them like more as like you feel bad for them than you're angry with them.
And so I just challenge you. And then also, if it's not just an adult, it could be a child in your class that you really struggle with, that you can't seem to connect with, but just coworkers, anything. And just really pray for 5 minutes. And that's my challenge for you this week. And the verse I picked was Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. We have made our mistakes. We have messed up, but God still loved us. And that's the same thing I want you to do for those that you struggle with this week. All right, Abby, do you think you can tell us? What did we tell them at the end?
All right. So where you can find Listen Teacher Chatter is Facebook, Instagram, my favorite, TikTok, and I think like all the podcasts, like streaming sites. And if you don't rate a 5, just walk away. Rate a 5, walk away.
Let me tell you 2 things. One, my sweet girl here is going to help me with some TikTok videos we're going to work on. So it won't just be Jill and Krista doing them. I'm going to try to be a help.
We're going to try.
It's mostly going to be Abby telling me what to do, so she'll have a good time doing that.
Yes.
But we're going to try to do that. And, and I'll tell you right now, right here is my best follower. She stays on top of that. Let me tell you, if anybody says anything, she's on top of it.
Negative comments will be handled by Abbey Hammons and Abbey Hammons only.
Sometimes I have to tell her to calm herself down a little bit. Just
remember, rate a 5 or walk away. I don't understand why people don't get that.
So anyway.
I understand that sometimes it's not a 5, so I walk away. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
It's always a 5.
Always.
A 5. Anyway, so it has been a great joy to have Ab on my, honestly, I am blessed to have 2 amazing girls that really, even though they drive me crazy sometimes, they are great kiddos, and I am proud of what they've done, and I love them very much, and
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
No, for real.
Thank you. And I know that God has great things for both of them, and He has given them great talents and great personalities to do great things, and I'm excited to see what you do. You know that?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Sweet Pete.
Thank you.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to say to get off your mind before I let you go?
No.
All right. Oh, only thing we need to say is Jimmy Fallon, you're all welcome to be on the podcast. We're looking for you.
Yeah.
Just reach out. Call us. We'll connect it.
Anyone can do it, obviously.
She's fired. She won't be back. So don't worry. You won't see her, Jimmy. We got Jill.
Jimmy
Fallon.
Oh. I don't watch Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, no. I have to edit this out for sure because he'll never contact us if she says she doesn't know.
You want us to be on the Jimmy Fallon show?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Shout out, Jimmy.
You know what? This is why she's not the co-host, but I still love her.
Special guest.
Special guest. She's just a special guest. All right. Well, you know what? We hope you have an amazing week. We cannot wait till next week when Jill is back with me, but
whoa.
I was so happy to be with Ab, and I appreciate you doing this last minute when we have a billion things to do. And I know you got to hurry and get out of here because you got to get going. So we hope you have a great week. See you later. This is Listen
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin
and Abby.
And have the best week ever.